So Sales Navigator is the best version of LinkedIn for salespeople. And really what we're trying to build is a system of engagement. We realize that every B2B sales rep is using some form of LinkedIn, usually free or premium or Sales Navigator, but they're also living in email and they're spending a lot of time in CRM, the system of communication and the system of record. So our vision for Sales Navigator is to really build something that integrates deeply, coexists, but integrates deeply with those systems and really helps the sales rep answer the question, what's the next best action I should take? So Heighten really had three capabilities. They spent a lot of time building a set of interesting features. One is they had a very clean dashboard that made it easy for you to update your pipeline and see changes in your pipeline, pulling data from CRM and being able to write back. Two is they had a sales process dashboard, so you could integrate things and set it up where you'd say, at this phase, in this stage in my pipeline, you should make sure you've checked off these steps or use these kind of materials to send to customers. And the third thing they did was a smart CRM connected notebook. So as you were taking notes on an opportunity or an account, it would actually pull or write data back to the CRM. We were thinking about, well, what can we do not just for sellers, but what can we do for buyers? And PointDrive really helped us on both sides of that equation. So most of the times, if I was selling to you, we would finish a sales call and I'd say, Gerhard, that was a great call. Here's the email with an attachment with a presentation we went over, a data sheet, case study, maybe even a video. And I'd send that to you, but there's half a dozen to a dozen people now in the buying circle. So you're going to take that information, you're going to forward it to a bunch of your colleagues, and I'm blind to that whole process. And furthermore, I don't have any control over that narrative. I've been able to explain things to you, but as you just forward this email, they have to download things and make their own assumptions. PointDrive really replaces that. So what people are now doing with PointDrive, which is bundled free into Sales Navigator, Team and Enterprise Edition, is they just take those same materials and they drag them into a PointDrive template that's customized for their company, uses their logo, their branding, all of that stuff, and they get this little shortened link they can send. When somebody receives that, they can view it on mobile. It's all streamed, all the content, and the sender gets to see who's viewed what. So suddenly, if you've taken that and forwarded it to 5 people in your purchasing department, I suddenly have visibility on that as a seller. Well, it's also a great signal. So let's say I sent you, I thought you were a really hot buyer, but all of a sudden I sent you the proposal to go sign and nobody did anything with it. Maybe you're not as far along in the pipeline as I thought. Yeah. Our initial integration was with Gmail last year. You might imagine that we'll expand to other systems as well. And that we started with email and we're looking at things like calendar integration over time as part of that package and plan. You really need two things to do great machine learning. One is good outcome data, i.e. really quality outcomes, closed-won information, and we've done this deep integration now with CRMs like Salesforce and Dynamics that allow us to tap into that. And two is you need a lot of really good quality data. So you can imagine we now have the data from CRM, the data from LinkedIn, and now starting to get data from email and calendar. You can start to make some really interesting predictions around that stuff. I believe, however, that is like a Google search results page. That should just be baked in and not something where all the signals are exposed. And so we already have a ton of artificial intelligence that people probably aren't even aware of baked into Sales Navigator, baked into LinkedIn, and that's just going to get better over time.